Okay, hello. Rightio then. Let's see if I can get some stuff today, depending on what I'm actually doing. Right, I'm just going to do some planning for now, just to get it along. That's all I'm doing. Right, well, like so. And then from right, I'm just trying to think of just figuring out what I need to do later on. So what else things I've got to do later? Replace LLVM backend with my own custom backend. That's a very good idea. Is everyone actually hearing me fine? Is it all working fine and dandy? I hope so. No. Yep, that's fine. I'll just wait till people join. I'm just getting some stuff done while I'm here. And actually, I'll probably make this a bigger size. Whoops. I don't need to build today. I'll just let it build. Let it build. Oh yeah, it's just that's slow because LLVM's slow. It's not in the cache yet. Yeah, whatever. Right. So what else needs to accommodate for other things I've got to do, the big picture of things anyway, other metaprogramming sort of things going on. I'm just trying to think, what have I got else to do in the roadmap of things? Yeah, that's all I'm doing there. So what else is there in the roadmap? I need to figure out what I need to do for Odin. By the way, I'm going to be doing some other stuff today. I'm going to be making a game with this language, just for the hell of it. Why not? Just needing what type of language I want to do. Not language, what game I want to do in this language. Right. What else is there? I'm just trying to think what I need from the base language, if there's much at all. Parametric polymorphism. Maybe. Maybe. I have no idea yet. That's probably close enough, and that's probably all I want from the language. I don't think I need to keep adding more and more features. So, yeah. Yeah, so roadmap for the future now so far seems to be like, okay, so compile time execution, more metaprogram madness, compiler as a library, AST inspection and modifications, that's all under there. The compile time execution based build system, which is kind of what I want full stop. I just want to make the entire language the tool. Completely get rid of the on backend because I'm starting to notice, if you notice here, like this is programming a, what is it actually building? It's building this. It's not really that much of a test. It's not even a real big any other program. you can see in my language, my part, the compiler, is tiny. That part, the compiler, flipping heck how slow. And this is not even an optimized build or anything. If I put this into, let's say, release mode, it'll take a while to build, but you can see how fast it'll run. And then, ooh, it's taking a while anyway. Look, my part, the compiler, is about 3 plus 17, 19, 20, 35 milliseconds. Yeah, 35 milliseconds my part. The rest, look, it's, what? This is not acceptable, in my opinion. Not acceptable whatsoever. 150 milliseconds for the rest of the compiler. Yep. So let's just not do that. So, let's go back to build. Let's go back to here. And I'm just going to... I've got prof everywhere. I don't actually use that profile code anymore. That was just me testing things. So, okay, I'm just going to make a commit here, open containing folder. I'm going to make a point here saying, hey, this is where we're going to be done for today. What else? What have I done? Add timings for... Where else is here? Just trying to think what else I need to actually include. I'm just thinking timings for... add general timings for sections of the compiler. That's all I'm going to call it. Comment and push. It's okay for now. It's going to take a while. So... Rightio then. So, shall we start making a game today? For the hell of it. Let's start a new project, actually. So what I normally do... I usually have this style of thing. So let's go... I'm going to go into work here. I'm just going to call this game... I'm just thinking about making a roguelike, so let's call it... 2D game. Roguelike's probably, or platform or something, I don't know. Actually, let's get an idea. Let's get up Mischief. I'm not back, let's just... new layer, delete that, yes, there we go. Okie dokes, where is my blooming pad? There it is. It's great today, very much doing stuff. Right. Oops, let's make that a little bit smaller, not that thin, about number 3. There we go. Game in Odin, and look, there is no anti-aliasing going on. What the hell's here? Have I got the right version of Odin? Is that the most up-to-date version of Milton? Oops, that's Twitch. You don't want to see that. Is that? So I'm just looking what Sergei's got. If that's how you pronounce his name, I'm sorry if I'm not pronouncing names properly. Yeah, it's the right version. So why is it looking very sharp? Or is it just my keyboard? No, that looks smooth. Yeah, it was just something going on then. Yeah, there's something even going. Game in Odin. So, idea is it's going to be in 2D. Because I don't want to be bothered with all the blooming graphics. Platformer or top down or... Let me just think. What is actually probably a better idea? I'm trying to think. Maybe I don't know. This is me just topping out. I had 3 different ideas today. Anyway, it was either going to be compiler development, or it was going to be making a game, or just do something completely different. I think making a game in this language is going to be good. So I know I'm gonna leave it. I want a decent game. I don't just like a haymaker clone. Let's just do something. Right, let's make a new game. Let's call this, because I always can never come up with cool names. I'm gonna go, hello everybody. Mate, I'm gonna make Call of Duty a bit better. And no, I'm not. I'm gonna call this just for a random name, because I usually do random names, like Odin was a random name. Let's call this I can't think of a name. Let's just give it a god name. That's what I usually do. Let's call it Freya. There we go. That's a great name, is it not? Right. So there's Freya. There's Odin. Let's pretty much copy the same build file. And I want Misk as well, because that'll have all the lovely stuff in there. Yeah, I'm just going to go copy that, put that over there, rename this to Freya. Literacy. Sorry. Right. Let's properties. You know what? One thing I just realised was rename that to underscore. I wanted it to be properly capitalised, even though I know on Windows it's literally no difference. I wanted it to be correct. Right. Let's close down all of this. Let's open this. Here. Right. Build file. I don't need a build file, do I? I just realised I'm not doing it in C++, so why do I need all this crap? Oh, I'm a numpty. My build file doesn't have to be this, but what I do need is to build as things. So let's create a new directory called source, and in there it's going to have main.odin. As a little test, I'm just going to import fumt. And then I'm just going to do print line hello. Then I'm all I'm going to do here is call Odin, which should be there, Odin.exe, and I'm going to run it as well. Oh yeah. I can't remember. Echo off, isn't it? I don't write bash all the time. What's going on here, man? What's going on? Carbon paper's not a bad name actually. That's not a bad name for a game. I'm gonna keep Freya because literally, it's so I don't have to worry about a name. Yeah, sounds like a good idea. Right. So why can't I do that? What's gone on here? Why doesn't it like me? Why don't you like me, computer? Why? Oh, we're just supposed to do the long direction version. What's going on? This file system drive cannot be found. Do you not like those sort of... Apparently it's not in my path. Apparently. Ugh. I don't need any of this shell stuffy. Let's do an Odin.bat. Let's do Odin.exe. Maybe. No, I don't need to do that. What am I thinking of? I'm crazy. Right, let's redo that. No, that's not the problem. I know that is causing bugs. The problem is it's just flipping Sublime Text is saying, hey, the system cannot find the drive specified. Which drive? You've got build.bat. It's right there. Don't need that. I was trying to make an Odin, glue Odin version here. Look at my amazing gluey one, but the problem was I didn't actually have all the types generated either. And that, unfortunately, requires me to do silly stuff, so I'm going to do it all manually. Why doesn't that... You should exist. What? This is not... Actually, oh, what's that? Odin copy? That's a really old version of Odin. Yeah, there's Odin.exe. It's right there under the W drive, like this is. Maybe I can just do that. Someone's going to tell me I'm just complete numpties. Yeah, now it works. What the hell is going on? I get all this junk that's popping up as well, but yeah. Hello, it's working, so okay, everything works. That's good. The unfortunate thing is I'm also going to have to pretty much open another folder here with the core stuff in it, because otherwise I cannot remember what's in there. I can also change it as I go along. So, let's start by first getting a blooming window up. Yeah? Here's Win32 stuff, and I think I already have a demo of in Odin with Windows stuff. Like that. There we go. That's all the... I'm going to just redo it. Right, let's get rid of all that. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. Let's put that to the side because I don't want to blooming waste everything. Let's just get Win32 everywhere. Yeah? Great. Let's create a Windows structure. You know what? I'm just going to copy and paste that. Like so. You know what? I'm going to copy that as well. No, just copy the entire thing. I don't need half of it, but that'd be fun. Thing about types, I usually like having the types at the top. I'm finding in this language. Math.odin cannot be found. Really? Does that not exist anymore? Probably doesn't. No, it doesn't actually, because it's not actually, it looks like it's not a core library. Okay, it's a 2 of F32 then, which I'm going to do is 1 and 2. Okay, so what's going on here? It's got some other bug. The C runtime library startup. What the fuck? That's not... Hello, Will. Window in window, where? Yeah. apparently I've not got a... Yeah, because I don't have a main function, do I? You bloody numpty. There you go. Okay, that crashed. That's not a good sign. I've probably done something crapped out. I should probably just rewrite this from scratch rather than actually copying anything. Let's look at... This should work fine, so let's... Like, that should work. And now it goes crash at the end. Why does that crash? There's probably something in here that crashes it. It's probably my implementation somewhere else as well, knowing me. Yeah. There's something going on here that's crap. Or crapped out, at least. Okay, we're just gonna... you know what I'm doing? I'm doing the... Do things until it crashes bug. So there's something going on here everywhere. This is my... You know, I could do it from scratch, but I haven't got any other libraries because, you know what? This is my own language. Right. What's going on? I don't understand what the bug is. I don't have any debug information either. Is it destroying the window that's causing the bug? Yeah, I think the problem is destroying the window, and I'm... Yeah, there's your problem. Don't destroy the window, you'll be fine. There's your bug. I was freeing data that didn't need to be freed. Yeah. So let's make a game. Shall I just keep with the old-fashioned OpenGL, or shall I go fancy full-on? Fancy full-on? I'm trying to think. Shall I go fancy full-on? That sounds like great fun, doesn't it? You know what I might do first, though? Shall I get, you know what I mean by fancy, I mean modern. Right. No, let's just go for old-fashioned now. Just keep it simple. No, let's go fancy. Screw it. I'm being pedantic with my wording. Yeah, let's just close all that. Oh yeah, it's great. I love having this as a text editor. Odin already works well. So I had someone tell me the other day, I found this crazy. They said, oh, you're not supposed to have infinite for loops. Like, you're not supposed to have, like, infinite while loops. Like, that's stupid. I'm like, what are you talking about? He says, yeah, in production, I have that in production code. I don't know what they were talking about. They were crazy. I just didn't understand. I think they just got told it and, yeah, whatever. Today's drink is Ardbeg whiskey. Absolutely lovely. It is very weird taste, by the way, but it's nice. So, let me just check some of my old code, actually, might be a good idea. You know, I'm just looking at old code I've done. Wow. Yeah. What am I using to syntax highlight my language? It's my own styling. Look, package open, Odin, says syntax settings. There you go, that's Odin. That's the language in Sublime Text. I've made it up. It's not hard to do, to be honest with you. It's what, like, they go 150 lines for language stuff. It's not bad. Some of it doesn't work properly. Yeah, doesn't matter. But yeah, it works good enough. Do I have more than that? I have enum as well, don't I? Forgot about that. Actually, let's just be consistent and put that enum there. Right, so, come to think about it, what should be the first step to do? Should I get... You know what, let's just do this shit, man. Do this shit, yeah. Yeah, this is Sublime Text anyway. You can do Vim mode if you want, but I'm not that big fan of Vim mode anyway. So I'm just thinking about how should I start this damn thing. I'm looking at my old Odin code actually. This is like, oh my god, this is dungeon code anyway. This is really weird. Still have all the code here. Just looking through it, to be honest with you. What else is that? I'm just thinking drinking, that's what I'm doing. Don't do that, kids. Well, actually, you can do that, but yeah. Who am I going to tell you off? Should I do a shader-based one? Screw it, let's just go to full-on shaders now. If I can remember how to start, is my question. How the hell do I start all my shader stuff? I haven't actually started setting up OpenGL in a while. So we've got the context set up, so that's the first step, is it not? But now we do need all of the other prototypes. So do I have a function already done? This should be an OpenGL, but it'll be an OS, won't it? I need to actually create. Will there be one in 132? What do I need to do? It'll be get proc address, won't it? Yeah, wiggle get proc address. So what I'm going to do here is actually create a new OpenGL that overrides my own. So to prove this overrides it, if I just comment all that out, it'll still work. Yeah. So this is my own OpenGL that I'm going to start working on. So now let's do some clever stuff. We're going to import that. We're going to also import Win32.Odin down here. And we're first going to get is gen buffers. I don't need to do the GL bit. The type of this is a variable of type proc. Actually, you know what? I don't have to do that. What does GL gen buffers actually do? It takes in an I size, the size I, which is an I32. GL, where's docs.gl? Let's go for that version. Okay, so it's an I32, that's an N, whoops. Count, and then buffers, it's U32. Okay, that's the type. And now what I need to do is wiggle get, don't I? 1, 2, 3. Wiggle get proc address. And I need to create a new type here, don't I? So, which will be OpenGL get proc address. What was my little trick that I was doing? I was doing this. There we go. So this will be GL gen buffers, and I'm going to put 0, 0 on the end, so I don't actually have to keep allocating stuff. Like so. So that's the first one, is GL gen buffers. And this will be all done at runtime. This is why I love my language already. So let's just get a buffer going on. I don't know, U30 for a buffer, GL gen buffers. Then is it only one? And there's a buffer. So what else do I need to do? I need to... Let's just print this out. Whoops, something's stinging me. Oh, the people are online already. So... No, let's just do that. So let's go to buffer, and to prove this actually works... Oh no, wrong language. That's not a constant anymore, it's nil now. And glue? I don't actually have... Yeah, I was right the first time, but it's called that, isn't it? Okay, so something's gone wrong here, which is fine. Is it actually calling that function? Yeah. So what I'm going to do is assert that doesn't equal nil. It does. Which is a worry. Let's get rid of all this. So why is that? So where are the silly types here? So for some reason it's not actually initializing it, which is not a good sign. So it's being nil. So why is... No, that's not... No, it'll just be easy to write 0, won't it? Why is that not working? So this clearly does get print. This does clearly here's an assert. So it does actually run. So that's not the problem. So the problem seems to be somewhere else. So it seems like wiggle get proc address isn't actually working, which is a concern of mine. So I use wiggle get proc address here, don't I? Is it because it's the wrong name? That shouldn't be the wrong name. Anybody in the audience, anybody understand why this is nil when it shouldn't be? This is bizarre. I'm trying to get GeoGem buffers. That's not right. What am I doing wrong? Oh. You know what I might just do before I do anything? It might be I have the wrong context, come to think about it. What's get string? Any of them, it doesn't matter. Go. Dark version. So I just need to, it'll just give me a byte pointer. And what I need to do is a name, which is that, which is a I32, isn't it? I think. Yeah. And that's foreign as gl get string. So before I do any of this, what is GL extensions? That's the question. I'm just wondering what it's been defined as. Just looking at the OpenGL header. And also I don't really like them being capitalized, let's make them lower. So if I go to here, geogetString, this needs to be a C string to thingamabob, doesn't it? Array. While si doesn't equal 0, do you know what I'm going to do? What else is there? Why that doesn't exist? Oh no, you know what, I can just do that. I could make a slice, but res.data equals s, res.count equals I, return the result. It's probably the best way of doing a C string. Is that correct? Thumped print line. Can I not index it? No, that is correct. I can't index it. So what I'm going to do is do that. Aha. There are all the lovely strings that go on. There are all the extensions I have, which is a good thing to know. Does anybody know? Honestly, I'm not sound like a complete moron here. Why I'm still getting GeoGem buffers equal to null? It seems a little bit weird. I've got the correct context, have I not? Let's do 3.3. You know, I could do the most latest context. Was that 4.5? Isn't it latest context? So what is going on? Why is this not working? Anybody understand why this piece of code right here doesn't work? Like, I have to allocate this to be a string because otherwise it doesn't actually work, because you can't do that to a constant, so yeah. This is really annoying me. Unless I'm being a complete numpty. No, that doesn't make sense, no, because it's not part of the version 1 of the library, so it should still work. This is GeoBetGen. I should be able to get gem buffers going on. This is crazy. Anybody? No. Like, that's what I want, and I want to be able to print a buffer and you give me a number. That's all I want. I want to be able to do a buffer in my language. I'll probably have to also make a bleeming shader as well, but for now let's not worry about that. Rightio then. What the hell? Anyone here? I'm just going to Google the question now. Gem buffers. I'm a moron. You know why? This doesn't have an OpenGL context when I set it up. Oh, you numpty. This will be. I'll have to completely metaprogram this in. Unfortunately, it's going to be a pain in the arse otherwise. Yeah, that means I don't actually have a context to go with. So if I, that's you. I knew I'd figure it out at the end. Geo.init. There you go. So I've got a geo buffer and it returns 1. I did something correctly then. Let's create some vertices. Let's get rid of all this. I've got rid of the basic context. We don't need any of that, but we do want the clear, so it's still blue. It's a lovely colour. Let's go to about here. Vertices, like so. Whatever. It's going to be F32. And we're going to have 0, 0.5, 0.5, negative 0.5. I'm just trying to make a triangle. I should probably make that 0.0 so it looks consistent. That's a nice little triangle, should be. Should it not? Maybe. Now we need to make a VBO. So probably, let's do this up here. That's going to be my VBO. And we're going to bind it as well. Yeah, that should be fine. We don't need... Do I have buffer data set up? Probably not yet. I don't have any of these set up yet, so I'll probably have to do it all. Maybe I need to... What is GL size, I may ask? I could always add all these types in. Non-negative, so it's U32 in this case. Point of the vertices, and it's going to be static draw. That's what I'm going to do, because it's not really changing at all. I don't have a... I don't have any blaming shaders set up, do I, yet? But probably what I need to do is just go geodraw arrays, geo.triangles, 0 to 3. So now I'm going to have some problems going on. GeoBind buffer is not set up. Of course it's not. Because that wouldn't be silly now, would it? Okay. Let's just get the names of the stuff. Buffer data. Is it draw arrays I want, or is it draw array? I have a thing. It's... I want to say it's draw arrays. You know, I could just search. It's draw arrays. I wasn't right. Okay. So what the... We got bind buffer sorted. But let's do bind buffer. So this would be... Why does that not search? Thank you. Target buffer, which should be a U32 in this case. Buffer data. Go. This is a bit silly. It's not actually working as I like. So what I need to do here is it's the target. Oh, actually, that's not a problem. Size I pointer should be the size of an int. Yeah, that's fine. I can just use that as int. It says non-negative, but you know what? I don't care. I'm making it size, which is int, data, which is a raw pointer, and usage, which is an I32, doesn't return anything. And then draw arrays, whatever. So you got a mode, first, and then count. It doesn't return anything either. So the variables I need is geo array buffer, like so. Oh no, I haven't done that yet. I'm just trying to make everything in there. Has it? Yeah, let's just go then. And now I haven't set the vertex pointers yet. which is, yeah, that's fine. So what else do I need to do is my question. I could probably do more stuff. I've got enough vertices to go on here, so I've got the buffer data all set up and all bound, and I'm binding it every time, but it doesn't really make a difference. Do I need to set them really? Really? So what is it? Vertex attrib pointer, is it? So what does this take? An index, which is a U32. It takes a size, which is an I32. Size, type. What else to say? A boolean, in this case, is actually an I32, weirdly enough. Normalized. Stride is a U32. Is the size I? Yeah, 32 bits. It's a bit silly, that is, in my opinion. Raw pointer, and that's going to be the pointer. I know I'm making it every time, so if I just go there. Oh, that was a silly mistake. I never did get static draw, did I? I do like my language already, to be honest with you. I can just do this quite... I can't spell. Wait. Vertices is not a... Oh. Size of val. Yeah, so nothing's loaded, because again, I haven't set the attribute pointers as you said. So, I haven't got any shaders yet either. Should I just make a shader? Shader stuff here. Yeah. Vert shader. .450. I can never remember all the stuff in here. In vec2, which is position, geo position. Yeah, I know it does. I'm just going to use, screw it, there's no point. I have to load up the shaders, I have to deal with them. So it's just, yeah, if you say this, the initial one does that, I can never, I haven't touched OpenGL in about a few months, so I'm a little bit forgetful is the best way of putting it. Now, right, if I can remember the exact thing, so this is pause attribute, you said it was 0. It's 2, it's going to be gl.float, which we haven't got that yet, have we? GL faults, which I'm going to write faults, 0, 0. We haven't got GL float yet. Is there an side byte? Oh, there is already. Cannot convert faults. Yeah, let's do that. True. And let's both give them the type of that. So actually everything's all type safe. That didn't work. This everything's here. Yeah, that's what I've done. No, you know what I've done wrong. I haven't done enable as well. Right. Is it apt trip array, isn't it? I could have just guessed what that was. Is it? That is a... yeah. You know what I've just realised I could all do? And this has saved me a bunch of time. There we go. I could probably do an autocast. That might actually be more useful. So let's do that. That's not right. That doesn't work. We don't need to print that out every time either. So why? Do I need a vertex array as well? Let's just do that as well while I'm here. Shouldn't need to, should I? Alright. Shouldn't need a vertex array at all. Or should, yeah, I should. I should do need a vertex array, don't I? Just once. I don't remember why I can't. What should be the wiggle bit? Win32 wiggle. Well, I got compatibility for some reason. It should be core. Let's get a core context. I don't want the rest. The profile bit for the core. Whoops. It's just that, but with a 1. So we want to do that, don't we? That should be good enough. There we got a crash going on. That's because I don't actually bind them yet. Yeah, there's no point doing that. It's not going to be shorthand because I don't think I do any auto casting between those sort of things. I know I probably don't need to do any of that, come to think about it. There we go. Right, we've got a triangle running. In the new modern context, shall we start with doing the shaders now? Right, I should probably write shaders out. That might be a good idea. And also probably start a Git project as well. Who cares? Vertex shader. Version, what, 450? Is that the latest now, nowadays? I don't know. So in vector 2 position. What is the OpenGL way? OpenGL shader. How do I do attribute location? It's a layout qualifier, isn't it? For yeah, that's how we do it. V position 0.0, 1.0. It's good enough for me. And then we need a fragment shader as well, don't we? Is it still layout location for when you're doing out? So I'm just going to do a lovely orange. So now we need to lean and load the shaders up, don't we? Vertex shader, fragment shader. So actually, let's do. So this would be GL, if I remember correctly. Create shader. Vertex shader. You know what? Let's do that. Right, with this sort of style of thing, it doesn't give me a null terminator, unfortunately. So how the hell... I never actually... Ooh, this is annoying. Can I... You know when you do shader source, can I actually set like a null... without null terminator? You know what I might do as well? Let's just actually make this even fancier, and actually just have them all here. So let's just do main.vs. I know it should be you're right, it should be 4. It doesn't matter, I'm not going to do it there anymore. I'm just going to put them in here. So I'm going to have 2 different versions. Main.fs as well. So and then load them through file is one way to put it. So so GL, I'm just writing it out as I go along. Shader source. This should be the source here. Can I really? Oh. I don't remember. Because this I'll just pass the length past there. So, and it's an array of... Wait a minute. Let me check. Thank you. Thank you, all kind people, for telling me how to do all this stuff. GL shader source, which is... Oh, it does. Thank you. I haven't got any of the shader stuff working yet, but dot shader source. So if I pass the vertex shader in first, there's only one of them, and he's a pointer to that stupid stuff there. So vert shader data, and then what I'm going to do is a slice here, and then give its data. So what did he want? Oh, I just got rid of it, haven't I? Ints, so I32s. There's only one of them. Like that. You know what I might do here is actually get rid of all the old legacy stuff as well. Like, I don't need any of this legacy stuff. So create shader, it's going to return a U32, isn't it? And then it's going to take yeah, shader type is U32. It's not a constant, just do that. So shader source is, that's the shader. It's void. Count is U32. The string is a double byte pointer, and then length is an I32. Is that correct? Yeah. Let's just copy paste that for a second. And haven't got them set up as constants either. Actually, let's not make them actual size, just make them constants, and that should be 1 for true. So what's the vertex shader set to? Let's look here. Again, I just like it, for some reason I just like them lowercase rather than uppercase. There's just something about them, I don't know. Unexpected address. Ooh. I think it's this bit, isn't it? Honestly, I think it's that bit. It is. Found a bug in my compiler. That's great. No, that's great. Haven't done a compound literal. Haven't done that. So, shall I just fix that quickly? Let's just quickly fix this bug. At least I'm finding bugs. Why is it saying build address? Because this should be build expression is where it comes from. And that should be single expression. This should be a selector expression, actually, come to think about it. Where is build address here? So all I'm going to do is copy and paste the code I got here, and instead of emitting load, all I'm going to do is return v. Okay, if it's a little bit slow. Let's go to the next compound list. Literal. Is it here? Yeah. Okay, I'm just rebuilding it, the efficient version. Great, that's fine. Let's get that back up. Yeah, so that all works fine. Great. It's not bad when you fix bugs, is it? Rightio then. Hopefully people are alright with this. So next I need to do is compile the shaders. So compile shader. Compile shader is just, you just pass that, don't you? I'm not going to check if it's successful or not because I haven't really bothered with that yet. Oops, and it's not geometry shader. And then we need to attach the shaders, so we need to create program as well. And then we need to do, what is it? We need to do attach shader. Is that? Oh, that isn't it. Right. We'll just call it shader for now because there's no point else calling it anything else. So create program. So I'm just going to put them closer together. GL. Oops. Attach shader. So you want to pass shader and you do VS, FS, and then we need to do is link the program. That, and then we need to use program as well, don't we? Oops, that's not meant to be a comma, that's meant to be a... Right. Info, sorry I don't actually have that set. Is Sobot not set up? Okay. Probably, yeah, today's stream, if you want to know, I'm actually making a game in my programming language called Odin. I'm just starting doing the OpenGL stuff, literally just today. So, hopefully everything should be fine and dandy. I am now trying to figure out as to why... I need to check if they're successful. I never really did do that, did I? And it's get shader status, isn't it? So that's that one. And then what else is there we need to do is get shader info log. I don't actually know how you actually write that. So U32. get shader IV. Get shader info log. No, wrong way around. I32 gl.get shader IV. So what I'm going to do is that. Did I not get? I didn't, do I? Sorry, it's a little bit weird. Huh. So that does compile, weirdly enough. Oops. Aha. It's the second one, so there's something wrong with my fragment shader. What's wrong with my fragment shader? What's wrong with my fragment shader? I wonder... Is it a mild typo, or is it just me being completely wrong? Max length is going to be info buffer.count. Length? I know that's where my problem was, but I need to probably just... I need to make a function. I need to make some functions is the short answer. There we go, we've got orange. Great. I should probably make a data structure now that actually simplifies this entire thing. What's the best way of doing this? Shader struct. Should I call it shader? I'll just call it... Usually I like calling it shader program. Call it shader this time. Like so. Program, it's U32 as well. So what it requires is strings. That's all I need to do. I'll check if it's successful or not, because I got multiple turn types. It's great. So what I'm now going to do is S for shader, return S to true. We're going to do that. Now we're going to have to set them all up. You know, I could just keep it simple for now rather than actually doing it generic like I normally do. There is... like so. So then I've got to check it. So I'm just thinking I'm not talking much here, so hopefully it's not that boring. So now I'm just trying to make a little test thing so I can just go blah 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 and do it that way. So I can probably just get the status. Oops, so status. Get shader IV. Do the shader here in this case. Compile status. Whoops. If it's equal to false, then what I'm going to do is it's going to return false here. goes there. Then what I need to do is gl get shader info log. No, it's going to be the shader in this case. Info buffer dot count. That needs to be U32, doesn't it? And then info buffer is len funct dot print line. That's going to be error string. So hopefully that's all I need to do. I don't need to use this program, do I? But I can create a new little function that does that. What does the caret do? It means pointer in my language. That is literally a pointer to that variable. That's what it means. Like in C++, it would be a ampersand, but I'm using this. It's Pascal style is what it is. So it makes so much more sense in my opinion. It just makes a lot more sense. And look, I've got a little bit of function here that I can just repeat, and I don't have to create every time either. Namespace collision? Oh, yeah, there is. First, let's fix this bug to do with Odin. So, it doesn't matter. We're getting loads of. And actually, I could probably just do that context rather than the other one. We'll just go to build, debug, because it'll be quicker to build. Let's just go into this mode. Okay, so I've got some bugs going on, which is great, actually. We should probably find where that error is actually coming from. I don't want that to be called. Okay, so where's this coming from? This is in statement online. What's that? 443. Oops. At least it fixes that bug. So we can get rid of all that. Oops. Why that? Oh, I hate that bit. I hate that. I always forget I have Windows 8 on my computer. So let's get rid of that. I know there's a namespace collision, but can I just get the release build, please, quickly? Create shader should be an I32, shouldn't it? There we go. Ooh, I've got a book there. That's a compiler book, by the looks of it. What line is on that on the oops, didn't mean to turn up Photoshop. What the fuck's going on there? I'll have to reinstall it later, it doesn't matter. I'm in no rush to use Photoshop. 3786. Um, okay, that does work now. Hopefully. Hopefully. Yeah. I don't need to keep fixing bugs everywhere now in this compiler. Like, I'm not following the... Just, there we go, that makes sense. Great. That works. And to prove it works, let's just change that ever so slightly to red. Yeah. That's great. Oh, this is getting better than I thought. It's getting better. It's getting better. Yeah, it's like Pascal's pointer. Yeah, that's exactly what it is. Sorry. Can people actually hear me? Very fine and dandy. Right. So when we're doing this here, so I'm just going to get rid of that big block there. I don't need that there anymore. We've got this going on. It's doing what I need, so that's okay. We could probably boost this up to be some reasonable thing. And actually don't need to be V's, they should be A's. What am I talking about? V's are varyings. Good, people can hear me. Great, that's absolutely lovely. Right, and actually that should be in that order. So the varyings, that's the out. So this should be white, and it's going to have some errors on there. That's great. Got some errors. What are the errors? Undeclared identifier V position. Yes, that should be A position. That's why it's an attribute. I forgot the syntax already. Too many arguments. Constructor. What? Int. What's going wrong here? So, fail to compile with too many arguments to constructor. Yeah, there is, you're right. So now, we should probably set that to be 3. Doesn't matter, there should all still be that. Should all still be black, that's great. So shall we get some colours to it? The thing is, if it's actually 2D, I'm just thinking, there's no point in actually setting the other position, is there? So yeah, that makes more sense to do it that way. I was right the first time. Let's add some colours in there though first. Shall we go for a nice little red, green, and blue? That's probably all right for now. Three, true. What's going on? Oh, were you? Okay, nice. Okay, sorry, I'm just talking to people in the chat. Why not? Is that okay? I don't need a true there, I need a false. Yay! Look at this. It's getting great tonight, isn't it? Doing proper OpenGL in my language. Shall we get some element buffer objects? I'm just trying to think how I should do OpenGL in my 2D graphics in my language. Not my language, in this game. I'm just thinking, how did I do? I've got a project somewhere else, which I was probably copy the code from that. I'm just going to see what else there. I need to get the EBO as well. Let's make it 0, 1, 2. That's good enough for now. That's all I need for elements, isn't it? Element array. These should be elements. GeoDraw element. It is GeoDraw elements, isn't it? So triangles. There'll be 6 of them. Geo.unsigned int 0. I don't need to put a semicolon there. I haven't got draw elements set up. What's the signature for GeoDraw elements? So you got mode. You've got count. Type, which is 932, and indices. Oops. Raw pointer. That's not a good sign. There's only 3 of them, are there? There's not 6. That is how it should work, right? You go 0, 1, 2 to get a triangle. Am I got it the wrong way? I haven't got any of the culling on it yet, have I? So I could probably make a... You know what else I could do? Trees. I could make 6, yeah, because if I do a box... Okay, so I need to do this. We go back from there to there, to there, to there. What other colour haven't I done yet? I haven't done yellow. So that's not working, is it? There we go. Typo, that's most of my books, by the way. Look at that. Okay, we're getting somewhere. This is getting great. So I'm going to first find out where my old project was, where I did 2D graphics, and it was a quite decent way of doing 2D graphics. I cannot remember where it was. Is it on this computer? There was a bit on here. I don't remember where I saved it to, unless it's not on this computer. Is it that? No, it's not that code. I really don't remember which code it was. Is it this project? No, it's not that one. I've got too many damn projects on this computer. I'll be right back. I just need a break for a second. Okay, here we go. So what I need to do here is probably create a new vertex structure. And one thing I'll do is make it ordered. The reason for that is, in my language, I automatically reorder things. So let's do a colour. Again, ordered. RGBA U8s and we need a position as well. Vector 2 is good enough. Vector 2. And let's make that. Okay. So now if I do vertexes, they're the vertices, and then I can just do this. What? Let's just. 1.0. I know I am, for that's vector 2. And then that's colour. That's okay, so things are broken, but that's what I expect. that stopped working. Why did that stop working? So it's this bit. There we go. Did the wrong thing, because you know what, I'm an umpty. Right, that's better. This is actually looking okay, actually. I like my language. It's very nice. Of course I'm going to say that because it's my language, but that's not the point. This is by shorthand, by the way, for this. But because it's an array of them, it knows it's going to do them, so it just doesn't have to calculate them. That's something I did a while ago. It was quite nice to have. And that's quite nice, doing offset of a value and then doing... That is super sweet. Because that means I can technically get rid of them now. And they do need to be ordered. Not get rid of the using, but get rid of the ordered part. It'll pack it for whatever it needs to do. I could probably turn them into a byte. No, U8, because it's a bit more specialised then. So then I can go to NordXFF. So what I'm going to do, what else I'm going to do is NordX not NordX not NordX not Is that what I need to do here, don't I? Because that should be correct. Alright, let's check. Which one? Yep. What's the size of it? Yeah, there's 4 of them. There's 4 unsigned bytes, which is correct. Yes, it does need to be normalized. And then we give it its stride. And then... Right, that should be working. Because the colour... Yeah, right. So, what's going on here? If I just put the word ordered in there for a second, does that fix things? Yeah. That's bizarre. So it's not really that bizarre, because let's just do this. 0 and 8, and we forget rid of the ordered. It's 0 and 8. So it's not... That's bizarre. So why is it, if I put the word ordered on there, it works, but if I don't... 12, 16... There's a compiler error as well. So many... This is... I don't need to look at LLVM because I was trying to figure out how LLVM worked. And how it did its stuff. Turns out it's dreadful. Could have guessed that, but... Size of... Yeah, so I had a mild compilable going on there. Only a mild one. Just a little one. Because technically I could... No, that's what... They have to be the right way around. But, so at least I'm doing things. This language is going places, man. Going places. Okay. What else could I do now? So I've got quite a lot already done. Do I actually need a VAO? Just questioning this. I never use them, really. Yeah, looks like you do need one nowadays. Even if you don't do anything with it. Just bind it for the entire program and be done with. Seems like that's the answer. Shall we just commit this for now? And make a new... Well, let's make a new... Create repository here. Wait, what? If you plan to work inside this folder, leave this unchecked. Typically a bear... Okay. So I'm just actually making the stuff set up here. So I don't really want that. Let's ignore all of them. I'm just checking what that said actually. Let's do that. Yeah. Oh, I don't need to push it. There's no push bit. Whoops. Yeah, it's all committed. I just never pushed. Whoops. There's nowhere to push. So that seems to be great, in my opinion. At least we're finding loads of bugs when we do this. Right, what else can I do? Load up an image, do you think? Shall I get STB working? Fortunately, that does mean I have to get a new folder. Lib. STB image, it might be a good idea to do. And then what we're going to have to do is create... Ooh. I want to make it a DLL, so how do I do that? Is my question. Or do I just leave that for now? I've got a lib maker somewhere. Yeah, lib maker that. Yeah, lib maker. Does shells? Yeah, it says I do have it all in there because I still kind of need it for odd stuff like this. Lib maker. Let's just change directory to lib in this. Main.c. Yeah, so I've got a .lib here. That's going to be stb image. I'm going to cut, and then I'm going to paste. Let's see. Yeah, that's probably because you can't find it. So let's cut and then paste it there. Yeah, so you do find it here. If it's in the main directory where I'm building from. Okay, that's okay. So that means I can all get STB working. I probably need just a foreign library, which will be, I need to add that into the language next. That's another to do. I shall write that down. Oops. Odin foreign library, because I've got system library, because that's searching the system directory and all that other stuff. Now we just need to do this. So what amazing STB things do I need? Load is one of them, and load from memory. So that's what, that'll be a byte, maybe not. And the thing is, I don't need an STBI, I can just do that. And these are all foreign. So that's a file name, so that is a byte array. Buffer as a byte array. It's an I32 pointer. And actually, come to think about it, if they are all the same here, in my language, I've got a lovely neat trick you can do. You can do this. Oh, this is in C. Whoops, daisy. So there's that. That's its foreign name. That should be enough, at least. So then I can just say load of PNG or something. Whoops. Don't, go away. I'm looking at what I've got. The LLV. I've got what John Blow's got done here. I just want to see what he's done. I'm not going to copy his thing at all. He's just got STBG PNG load. So it's nothing actually useful. Let's just find out if this actually even works first. Let's just do load. And we need to kind of get an image. So, res, can we get an image of a cat? Random kitten generator, that's perfect. That's a perfect image of a kitten. No, it's not. No, that's awful. Place kitten, that's what I was thinking for. Okay, 128 by 128, that'd be a good picture of a kitten. Oh no, oops. I'm just getting pictures. Or maybe 256 by 256. There we go. Reveal to kitten. Let's say path, that's going to be res/kitten. Is it JPEG in this case? What's the extension on it? No, what's the extension on this thing? Yeah, I was right. Oh, I don't have extensions viewed in this directory, that's weird. Because it needs to be null terminated, because C. Data, STBI, load, path, dot data, x, y, comp, like, so that's x, y, comp, I'm going to say it needs to be 4. They shouldn't be bytes, they should be pointed to bytes it's returning to. That's bizarre. I'm just never going to free these images, unfortunately. Yeah. I need to not ever use to do. I don't ever need to use that, unfortunately. That looks like it's a bad idea. So OS, read entire file. Okay, so we're loading an image through STB. That is absolutely great already. See how easy it is to interface with C. So we got right. That's better. So why is it crashing on free? That should be fine. Because what I've done here is I've said new slice. Unless I just say push allocator default allocator, that should be perfectly valid as well. Yeah, so it's not that. It is clearly the free bit though, that's the problem. My other problem here is I don't actually, what's the word? I don't actually ever free that data either, which is annoying. This is my problem with my language. I would actually solve this problem. With this language, C, it's a problem already, so I'm just going to have to never free that data because it uses malloc and I can't override it in this language. Fuck. Right, shall we try and get it working? We've got an image. Shall we set it up? probably, yeah, do that. And then we need to put some other stuff in here, don't we? So, vector 2. Let's just see what I get for a pretty picture. Let's do attach coordinates. 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. Then what else do I need to do? What's the fragment shader stuff to do this? And I also need to set a uniform for the sampler, don't I? Like so. Can I do layout location for in the new version? Come on, Wikipedia. Oh, well, the wiki for OpenGL at least. And there's faults, still got the same stride, and then what I'm going to do here is UV. Enable that again. Okay, so it's all black, that's great because I haven't even set up the images yet, even though I have got data. Bitmap, struct, width, height, ints, data, that's going to be byte, like so. I forget I can do this in my language. It's very nice, is the best way to put it. It works very nicely. I can just put them all on the same line. Data is the best way to put it. We need to make a new slice. Slice pointer x times y as int. So what do we need to use for an image? We need to do is geogen textures, isn't it? Do I have gen textures on this thing already? Yes, I do. That's great. Then we're going to geo active texture. That's going to be texture 0. Geo bind texture. That'll be geo texture. Is it 2D? And then texture. You know what, I'm not going to worry about those yet. I'm just going to create them anyway. What is the thing to, is it geo text image 2D? I've already got that. So the text, I don't know why you have to do that for the target, but you do. RGBA. Do I have RGBA? Yeah. Bitmap.width as I32. Height. Border. Wait a minute. Format is the same thing again. gl.unsigned byte, and then you need to pass the pixels, which is going to be bitmap.data.data. Let's call that not data, let's call that pixels. So the first thing is activate texture isn't working. We haven't got that set up, but that's all right. So what is geotexture 0? Oops. OXA4C0. Huh. Apparently that's not a... Really? Which version is that from? You need to load it in, apparently. Okay, I didn't know that. Do I have uniform 1 as well? Location v1. So that doesn't load for some reason. There's also... Oh, sorry, I'm just trying to figure this all out as I go along. Great, so what else is this? This is actually quite fun that I've got most of this working already in a language. You can see how blooming useful this language is already. I can replace my need for C with this language, for definite. What is it? It's U texture. And then do that. So why is that not working? And also, why is there still a printf somewhere? There. Oh, why not have gone wrong? There we go. That's still not working, as I expect. Why is that? Should be binding 0, that's the correct binding. Just to prove it is, I'm going to call it 1, 2. I'm going to call it like 12. 1. Doesn't make a difference, does it? So why is that? I'm really confused now. Unless I've done something that's very, very silly. Which is very, very likely, knowing me. Maybe I do need to put all those texture parameter stuff on, don't I? That's the T. Filter, that's going to be linear. It should be that. There we go. There's a pretty picture of a cat. How's that? It's not a square cat, but it was close enough. You can make the window square, and then it becomes 480. Look, square cat. There we go. Oh god. I spent all this time just trying to do that. That's great. Oh. Should we get matrices working? I haven't got all the equations everywhere, have I? I'll just do MVP or in general. So you do that. So you last, then you do view second last, models goes on first. Okay. So one thing I'll need to bring up, is I need to bring up GB math. What do you mean it's not? Let's bring up that folder and see how I've done everything else in here. Not goats, Odin. You know what might be a better idea in this case is if I do a union which has got to do is x, y, struct elements, which would be an F32 using yeah, maybe. I'm just also tired and mildly drunk, so that's half the problem. And also, yeah, let's just do that. I do actually have a very short travel keyboard, I just don't have the cable for it. Literally, it's one of the things to do with it. Let's do that. Oops, that's 4. 4. Now, these aren't meant to be unions, these are meant to be raw unions, aren't they not? What the fuck is going on here? Expected raw union. Expected data for raw union. I got raw union. What? That's correct. is a bug. Um, 1845. Yeah, oh, I know why that doesn't work. I just realised that shouldn't work because I shouldn't... Wait, what? Why is that crashing? Yeah, that does work. That is quite clever. But to keep it maths a little bit simpler at the moment, let's just do this. It's not working as I expect it to. So what have I actually done wrong? What's gone wrong this time? What the hell have I done differently and now it's just not doing it? Oh, that's why. I'm a moron. Expecting things to work differently. Yeah, that works. Now we need to get the matrix stuff in there, so... oops, that's not how you spell columns. You do columns like that, then we do... Right, what else do we need to do here? We need to go for... it's nice about columns. We need to do 4 vector 4s, that's pretty much what we need to do. That's good enough for now. And actually, I might just call it C instead. So I'm just aligning these so they're a little bit easier to read. Only a little bit. Oops. Right, there we go. Oh. So now I need to do all the matrix crap, don't I? Matrix. There's look at stuff. You know what, I might make it do that, so when I do write it, I don't actually have to worry. Like so. But the other thing is, every time I write vector, I might just write vect, and then the matrix 4 can become mat 4. Mat. Let's just import math. Just completely into that namespace. Vec 2. Is that not what? That's bizarre. Sorry, I'm just going through this logic here. So that works. As soon as I do vec 2, it doesn't. Why is that? That's bizarre. So that works. That's bizarre. I really don't understand what's going on there, so let's just make this just a struct for now. XYZ, XY 32, Z. Let's put W in there now. If I do that, that's correct. There's something going on with my unions, and I don't know what. Probably I'm not putting the right padding in them. Maybe. Maybe, I don't know. There's only one way to find out. First need to get rid of that. OpenGL. Wrong OpenGL. Right, I need to get the matrix version now, don't I? For FV, there we go. No, that's not what I want. What is it? And then it's F32. There's our location. The count is going to be 1 GL false. Don't need to transpose it because I already had it transposed. And then identity. I'm just going to do that to be as yeah, you can't take the pointer address because it isn't actually a value. So the first thing is we need to change that. So now inputs the model, and it doesn't do anything. That's not a good sign. Yeah, it says it's 0. That's concerning. It's probably because it's this rather than anything else. I need to figure out how to do this. I haven't got, that's a bug, so there's another to do. Haven't done the Roy Yoon compound literatures yet. Oh. Okay. So what I need to do here is actually get some... Oh, I need a tan function, don't I? Do I have tan? No. There's sine intrinsic, so I can get sine. It's cosine. So I think tan just has to be a division of the two of them. So I'm just copying my actual code I did from gb.h, by the way. This is the math code I'm copying. I should probably put on the screen for you to see, because otherwise it's a bit confusing. view projection. Perspective. So perspective is the FOV, in this case is just going to be 1.0. No, the FOV in this case, I'm just going to say it's like, let's say, I don't know, 60. Aspect is going to be 1.0. Z near is going to be 0.1, 100. So the projection is wrong, mainly because the view isn't right either. So we need to get the view correct this time. The view needs to be a look at kind of thing. Up. So it needs to be vector 3, that 4. There. So I'm not very speaking much at all, just because I'm trying to get this sorted, mainly. So Right, so I just need to go cyclic pattern. There we go, so there's the cyclicness of it all, so that should all work fine and dandy. So let's look at the look at now. Okay, so now we need to do the normalization of that. Let's just do that. So we look at, we're going to have a vector 3 there. So it's going to be, we're going to, where's the I? I'm going to say it's about 1.5, 1.5, 1.5. And we're going to look at the center, which is 0. And then up is going to be Y in this case. Or should it be Z? Just think. No, it'd be Z in this case, wouldn't it? I want Z because then it'd be flying flat. I think I've done my maths correctly though. Might be the projection that's gone wrong. So the one way to prove that... Okay. Hello, whoever... Who's Mr. Hex? Hello. Actually, how long have I been streaming so far? God, 3 hours. Blimey heck. Right. Is that the correct view matrix is my question. Oh no, that's stupid, isn't it? Let's just do put 1.0